I mean, I started in my 20s, mid-20s. I'm now in my mid-50s, so it's been a long time.
Well, you look great for 50s, man.
I'm 54.
Are you really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I know. Isn't that shocking? It's shocking. I don't feel it. But anyway, when you're much younger and you've got little kids, I always had a lot of kids just reproduce like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Which I recommend strongly to you. You feel vulnerable and like, you're not allowed to say certain things. And I do think I was never censored, but I self-censored for sure. The war in Iraq breaks out and you're like, well, maybe it's a good idea. But it's not a good idea. And it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you allow yourself to be convinced because it's super unpopular to say it's not a good idea, but it clearly wasn't. War with Iran, not a good idea. I can say that now.
Why do we go along with that consensus a lot of times? What is it that makes us afraid to speak out?
Well, people have a deep need to be part of a group. It's a human need right up there with sex and food and shelter. It's like people want to be connected to other people, which I understand, and I want that too. But that can override reason and common sense very often. So if you're, and a million studies been done on this, but if you're in a group, I mean, everyone experiences, a group full of people and everyone's like, I hate chocolate ice cream. And you're like, I kind of like chocolate ice cream, but you don't say anything about it because people that like chocolate ice cream suck. And you're like, yeah, they kind of suck. It's a human thing. And so people go along with stuff that their gut tells them isn't the right thing, but you should never ignore your gut, your instincts, which you inherited from your ancestors, which are encoded in your DNA and which are almost never wrong. If you're with someone and you feel like, God, that person's lying, that person's lying.
Right.
You may not know what about. You don't have X-ray vision into someone's soul, but you can smell the deception on someone. I know that you can. We all can.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you feel danger, you're like, wow, this person poses a threat to me. You're right. You don't know the details. You don't need to know the details. Get away.
Yeah.
And if something's really stupid, like, let's go have a war with Iran. It's like, what?
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's, maybe because of my age and my job, I have a moral obligation to say, I think that's really unwise.
You don't want to go to war with Iran.